And I do not like laundromats.
X does not always mark the spot. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Ready to put a hole in our brand new RV. Hey guys, I'm Chris. This is Salty Trips Channel. We're all about full-time RV life, trucks, and travel. And if you guys have been following along, we just bought this brand new fifth wheel and we're in the process of moving in. And there's one thing that we cannot live without full-time RV living, and that is a washer dryer. So we're going to install one today, and I'm going to tell you what we got, why we got it, and why I think it's the best one for RV living full-time. So stick around and check it out. So the other day we got a delivery. Frank came over and helped me get it into the RV. This actually is the exact same model we had in our other RV full-time. We're leaving that one when we sell it, and we just went ahead and bought a brand new one. And there's a few things you got to know before you put one of these things in. And one of the important things is taking measurements. But we'll go over all that mess, so let's get to it. I was fixing to say it didn't come with hoses. I'm like, let me check inside. Came with hoses. So we're going to go over the first thing that most people have problems when they buy one of these washer dryers for an RV. This is about 23 inches wide, and I don't know why, but in their infinite wisdom, they make these things about 22.5 inches wide. Take this door off. All right, then we're going to come back this way. We're going to take these doors off. This is where it goes, and it comes in here, which there's plenty of space in here for it, but in order for it to get through this door, I have to take this door jamb off because this is like basically right at 23 inches. Of course, this one door is like, you know, from here to here is like 22 inches or something like that. So that's just something you got to think about. Make sure you take measurements. But first things first is we have the vented. I would highly recommend getting the vented washer dryer combo because it works so much better. Like, I can't imagine a non-vented. Some people say they're okay and everything, but it's got that moisture and everything's got to go somewhere, probably into your RV. So this is the dryer vent location. So we're gonna have to drill a hole here and install a kit so that the dryer can vent down. Here's our water and discharge right there. Well, I'm measuring this, and this is saying just over 23, about 23.5 like it's supposed to. But if you measure it this way, which it says in the diagrams, it's supposed to be 23.5 also, but you can get this down to about 22.5. And if you look at this door jamb here, it's saying like 23 on the dot. We just still have to take this door out, but I think if we turn it sideways, it should go in there a little easier. But let me show you what we got here. We got 4¼ inch hole saw for this mammer jammer. And this is for our vent outside. And that's going to go through. And that's like right at 4 inches. So you really need like a 4 1/8, but I couldn't find a 4 1/8. So 4 1/4 is going to give you just a tiny little gap around it, which is fine. We're just going to silicone it anyway. But then this goes on the outside like that and it allows it to vent down. And this one is specifically designed for RVs because it doesn't stick out very far, especially because it's on the side of the RV and this thing's already 8 foot wide. And some of those residential ones stick out a little farther. And here's another thing. X does not always mark the spot, because I've seen so many of these installs online and where people have drilled exactly where the manufacturer has left a little sticker and you wind up going through a stud or something. Or they say measure this far from this ball and this far up or this far down and you should be fine, not hitting anything. And they go to make that drill and they still hit a stud. So I think just some Yahoo in the assembly line has a bunch of these stickers and then just come up and go. I don't know if there's any real rhyme or reason to it, but that's where they say to drill, so that's where I'm going to drill. So first thing I'm going to do is take this door off. I'll set it out of the way. We're just going to get this mess out of the way. Hold on, babies. I don't really think I need to pull this one off, but just to make it easier and make sure I don't damage it. And we're just gonna set these by the toilet, nice and safe. All right, guys, look who we have here. Kim is with us today. I was gonna have a friend come over and try to get this thing up here. I think we might just try to give it a shot today. Just to keep our options open, I think I'm just going to take this door off, and in case we can get it straight through in here, we're just gonna have to get it over that lip, which may be a little easier than picking it up on the bed and bringing it through this way. If you got options, why not keep them open? And next, we're just gonna drill a pilot hole where it sticks out the other side so we can see where the port's coming out. And then we're gonna, I'll show you what we're gonna do, but let's drill this hole first. I didn't hit nothing, so that's good. Hopefully there's no studs there for the hole saw. All right, so we're out here at the slide out, and the hole's way up there. Honestly, I thought I was gonna be able to stand on the bucket and reach that, but I'm not that tall, and it's a little higher than I thought. So I got another plan. All right, that's much better. And all I'm going to do is just take some masking tape around where the hole is going to be. You just don't want it splintering when the hole saw comes through this way and peeling back. So this just helps it kind of keep it together. Should be all right. Ready to put a hole in our brand new RV, which I don't know if you've been following along. Put a lot of holes in the roof. We've been installing solar panels and all this other mess. If you haven't seen that, you need to go back and watch it. But, and this is a good mammer jammer right here. I have a 20 volt little DeWalt, but I borrowed this from a friend because it'll be a lot easier. Got a handy dandy outlet right there. Hey, what do you know? They were spot on. We didn't hit any studs. All right, we got Kimberly in here cleaning up. Pretty high. Just gonna pull all this mess off. Help any dust off. This is just going to insert into here, and I'm going to insert these screws. I know you're thinking, like, aren't you going to seal it first? Not yet. I just want to get these screws started. I'm not throwing them all the way down, so that when I do go to seal it up, it screws right in. All right, so I got some ProFlex RV sealant, and we're just going to in case you didn't know, that's what that hole is for. Cutting that open. Oh, it's got some Dicor on it. I'll put some gloves on. This stuff can be kind of sticky and nasty. Pretty thick bead of caulk all the way around it. Put back on. Line up with my holes. Mark up the excess. Easy cleanup. Then we throw screws in this one. Then what I'm going to do is tape off a little section here. And I'm just going to put some sealant all around this. getting it on your hand. And we're all done out here. I probably should have measured how far this sticks through this way first, because, you know, I'm limited on space this way. So when I put the ducting in, I want to make it a good turn to get all the air out. So I think I'm just going to take a hacksaw and just shave off about 3/4 of an inch. Much better. And then I'm going to put this plate on. Don't really need to seal it, because it's everything sealed from the other side. If you want to get anal, you can put some silicone around there. All right, now comes the hard part. Trying to get this upstairs and in place. And we're not to put any hoses on or taking this stuff off till we get it up there. And these 4 bolts are installed here just for transportation, so the inside parts don't move around. So we're gonna wait till we're about to put it in place before we pull those out. It's got a big warning sign here. So you just drag it the direction you want so we don't have to carry it or scrape it. Oh man, squeeze it through. Now we just gotta put the stuff on the back, shove it in the hole. Now it's time to pull these off. And now we slip on our ducting. This is plastic, so not too tight. And it says snug it down with a pair of pliers. It's not super heavy, it's just awkward. And then we're just going to hose clamp this to the exhaust. This is going to go in the discharge. This is just going to help it not work its way back out. It really kind of gave you a horrible angle there. And I'm just going to give it a little snug. Doesn't have to be super tight. It says to pop these things out. I had to, and then replace them with these. I didn't see these at first. They said put the plastic inserts back in, but I didn't see any other plastic inserts except for, I thought they were talking about just replacing those after you take the screws out. But apparently these come out too, and you put these in its place. And just put the doors back on. All right guys, here you go. And it's pretty easy. Usually we just go to express, which is usually an hour. And if you want it to dry too, you just hit the dryer for how long you want it to go. And see, then it adds the time. And then as soon as it gets through the wash cycle, it starts drying. And it's a decent amount of space. You can quite a bit in there. So now we know 22.5 inches will work. All right, so we're one step closer to moving in. We have the exact same model in our RV, and we've been, I don't know, a year and a half, a little over a year and a half.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years, and we do a load every other day. And that thing has been working fantastic. We have had 0 issues with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And the reason I didn't take that one with us is because I didn't want to go through the trouble of trying to get it out and then bring it over here and put it in. I figured we just, new RV, we'll start fresh, and we'll give the new owners of that RV a little extra bonus. Man, because we love the washer dryer combo. This thing definitely pays for itself over time. About every 30 cycles, you do have to do a clean cycle where you just pour a little bleach in the thing, and Kim knows how to do that. I always have to ask her because I forget.
It's really easy. You just pour a little bleach in the middle next to where you put the soap at, and then you switch it over to the water drop symbol, and it cycles through for like an hour, I think.
Yeah, so every 30 cycles, so about every 2 months for us, we have to do a clean cycle. and it'll tell you, it'll come up and say CL, and that's when you got to do a clean cycle. But other than that, it's been maintenance free, trouble free, and stuff. So we'll leave links for that and all the stuff to put it together in the description below. It's been fantastic for us, and hopefully if you guys decide to get one, it'll be fantastic for you too. It's definitely a game changer. We don't have to go anywhere to do laundry. So
which is really nice. I do not like laundromats.
Stick around, make sure you subscribe, notification bell, all that fancy jazz. Give this video a big thumbs up. Shows us you appreciate the content because we appreciate you guys. And hopefully we'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, see you later.
Bye.